Hi guys, so I'm back, I suppose. I, if you didn't know, I was gone for like a month because I had GCSEs and stuff, and now I'm back. I got a couple of requests from Twitter and on inbox to do a couple of videos, so I'm just going to try to get through them to make you happy. So the first one, I was asked to just, discuss some tips and things if you like starting out charity shopping and vintage shopping. Like if you want to start looking in charity shops and start looking in vintage shops rather than looking in more branded stores like Urban Outfitters and Topshop, which a lot of charity shop stuff and vintage stuff is a lot like the things in Topshop and Urban Outfitters. So I've been charity shopping, vintage shopping for quite a while, and I've got some tips that I've got written down that I just want to share with you. Maybe you can take these into consideration and stuff when you're looking in charity shops to look for these certain key points. So the first thing is location and price. If you live in more of a city, then the price of the stuff you're looking for in charity shops and vintage shops is going to be more expensive than if you're looking in a town. Like charity shops in towns, yeah, are about, things are like £1.75, £3, £6 max. But stuff like local charity shops, like I got like a local charity shop for like this certain local church, and one for like a local charity, like I think is one, and it's like a ambulance one. So local ones for your local charities will be cheaper, like the ones in there like £1.75, £1.50, things like that for good quality stuff. But then in shops like British Heart Foundation and Ten of Us and Oxfam, there's stuff like the dresses in there are like £9, and I think that's really ridiculous price for a charity shop. So if you're willing to spend like £10, £20, £30, look in vintage shops in towns and cities, because they will be better quality for your money than looking in a charity shop where you won't get better quality but you charge in a higher price. Yeah, so also, like I said, look for good quality stuff. You're not going to get awesome quality in charity shops. You're going to get really good quality in vintage shops. That's why I like vintage shops better than charity shops, because I'm prepared to give a couple of pounds more just because the quality and just the whole piece is a lot nicer. And also, if you buy stuff from charity shops, then like you're gonna have to make a lot more adjustments than if you buy stuff in vintage shops, because normally vintage stuff sometimes is adjusted. But yeah, washing and hand washing, look on the label. Normally vintage clothing has to be hand washed, but that's okay. Make sure you know what to do when you hand wash stuff. Make sure you use a good fabric conditioner, because it can come out quite scratchy otherwise, especially if you're washing wool. Wool can be really heavy, so when you're drying wool on like a drying rack in a bath or a line, wherever you're drying it, make sure that like wool is on like a hanger when you do it, because it's quite heavy material when it's wet. And also, like normally if you hand wash clothing it can run, so make sure you do like a clothing piece at a time, or if you've got a lot of hand washing clothing to do the lightest colour pieces first, then do the darkest colour pieces. I think vintage shops are better than charity shops, because even though you're paying more money, you are getting way better quality, and normally like just the fabric is nicer and stuff, and I just really like that. I also think that you should look out for items with like tags you haven't heard of before. Like I got stuff that are like Eastex, I've never heard of that before. So don't go grabbing stuff that's like Marks and Spencer's just because it's there. Look for more unusual tags. If you've never heard of the tag before, then get it, because it's probably quite an old piece and it's probably going to be better quality than the stuff that's around today. Don't buy damaged clothing unless you paid to fix the damages, because otherwise you've just wasted money on something you're never going to wear. Make sure that it's your style, and if it has potential, then maybe you want to belt it. Or I've bought dresses in the past and they've been down to like my ankles. I bought them because I know I'm going to cut them short. So look for potential and what you're going to do to adjust them to make it something more your style. And then also, like, if you're buying things like belts or scarves, you will need to wash scarves, whether you hand wash them or put them in a machine, just to get rid of any horrible like stains and stuff that's on them. But they are normally quite good quality scarves and a low price, like £3 in vintage shops and like £1 in charity shops. Also, if you buy belts, skinny belts are really nice around enlarged dresses. Like if you've got a really like big dress, put a little belt on it and you've completely transformed the dress. They are normally about £1 in charity shops and £3 to £5 in vintage shops. But I've also seen thicker belts for I think £12 in vintage shops, but just give them a wipe down and they'll be fine. Jewellery is awesome. If you find really good jewellery in charity shops, go for it. Make sure you look out for good brooches and rings. They're always the best. Just give them a swill in some warm water and or wipe them down or something. But yeah, they are literally all my tips. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope like I give you good advice, because I just hope that like now, if you really want to go out and look for vintage and charity shop clothing, you can come back to this video, stop it, pause it and make notes, maybe, just so you know what you're looking for. Just look for potential, look for, and make sure that if you are going to make an adjustment, make sure that that adjustment's going to be good. And also, please look for good labels, look for quality, and don't go spending too much in charity shops, because it ain't going to be worth it. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, bye.